Hey YouTube, in our last bash session with the Arrma granite voltage, we started hearing a grinding sound. So you'd hit the throttle and no forward movement, it would just grind. So we're going to take a look inside and see what has gone awry. Then the first thing we're going to check, and I've got a package of them here already, they're called diff out drive. And it's these little cups that the dog bones fit inside of at the very end. So to get to those, we're gonna have to remove these 3 screws right here, take this plate off so that we can spread out those arms, pull the dog bones out, and check to see the state of those cups. So you can see these pins in here. These all hold the arms on. So you can just pull these pins out. Then this can flop up like that. Boom. And then these cups here, these are the items in question. They just pull out. If they're extra tight in there, you may need a screwdriver. These have come out halfway decent. So what you want to check is right in here, these should be radius with 2 flat spots. And as you can see on this one, it's walled out to where it's just a radius. Probably just one side is that way. Let's check the other side. Yeah, so you can see in this side here, obviously it's radius with 2 flat sides on it. So this one's in decent shape. This one looks like it was probably the problem area. It's all rounded out. So again, what I got on Amazon, it's just these diff out drives, it's called. Super cheap little pieces that you can get. They're just pieces of plastic that fit in there. Put that back on and that should fix our problem. So I'll just go ahead and use that one. It still seemed like it was in good shape. Take the new one, line the flat sides up. Just like that. So fit the dog bones back in. And then these arms just go right back on with the pins. Just like so. So, and then this just fits right back on there. Squeeze the pins together. Everything fits back in. Put the screws back in. When you do the screws, I'm using an impact, but I'm finishing off at the very end with a screwdriver to make sure that I'm not putting too much pressure on them to strip those screws out because they're just going into plastic. So yeah, that's it. Super quick little repair. We had a couple of these diff out drives already on hand because we'd had one of these little doodads break already. The one previous split down the side. This one walled out in the center. And I've heard people talk about these online like they're a known weak point for an RC car. And they are a known weak point, but it's not due to some sort of quality deficiency on Arrma's part. So if you've ever looked on like the underside of your lawnmower, you notice that there's a milled keyway in the shaft of the motor. So you put that blade on and then you insert a little square key that goes along the shaft. So the whole point there is it's a design breaking point. So if that wasn't there, all that torque, like say if you hit a brick or something while you're mowing, all that force would go into the motor's internal components. You could break a crankshaft, big things, important things get broke. And the way that this buggy or this monster truck is designed, you literally have to tear the entire thing down to get to the diff inside. You literally have to take the entire thing apart and split the chassis in 2 to be able to get to the diff. I don't really like that design. WL Toys, they've got like 4 screws and you just take the diff casing off and you can replace it. Super simple and easy. So I don't like that design, but Arrma was thinking when they designed these to be a weak point on purpose. So they made it to where if there's a force that's great enough to harm the differential, the force would stop on these diff out drives. So these diff out drives would break instead of putting too much force on your internals, your more important parts like the diff. So this is actually a designed breaking point in the vehicle. So it's really designed with the customer in mind. They're really easy to change. It takes like 2 seconds. So anyway, it is a weak point, but it's a designed weak point to make things easier to repair. Anyway, quick little tutorial on that. Our ESC on this monster truck is acting up, so I've got another one coming. Hopefully we can get it in soon, and I'll put out a video on replacing that ESC and give it a rip. Till next time, guys. See ya.